Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, you may have noticed that my friend back there is struggling big time. I'm gonna have to get a new plant. I've watered it and nurtured it and it's just not cooperating. So unfortunately, I don't think this plant is gonna make it. So I just wanted to put that out there so you're not distracted by how ridiculous the situation is. I actually do feel really bad for it, but I've done my best. I don't know what else to do. So I wanted to react to this video of this trans influencer, and I'm noticing a little theme going on at the moment, meaning it's no longer enough to say, you know, what are your pronouns? Apparently that's the polite thing to do, is to ask the person, you know, what are your pronouns if you're unsure, rather than to assume and to risk the egregious act of misgendering. And what I'm seeing is the level of entitlement of some people, where they expect people's brains to somehow convert information to fit their ideology. So you have to automatically see somebody as a woman, or at least see somebody as trying to be a woman, if they're wearing a wig, or if they've grown their hair long, if they have nails, lashes, you know, all that fake stuff. If they have all of that, then you are supposed to automatically assume that they are trans. Never mind growing up with people like Dennis Rodman, even like David Bowie, men who know they are men, who choose to dress flamboyantly. Never mind that. We're all of a sudden expected to automatically assume somebody is trans and that they are trying to be a woman just because they grow their hair. There are plenty of men who have long hair who aren't even, you know, gay or anything like that. They're not LGBTQIA. They're just men with long hair. But apparently we see somebody who is clearly male, who has long hair, we are automatically to assume they're trans. If we see somebody who is wearing pink, maybe, or has lashes on, is trying to look more feminine on the feminine side, we're automatically to assume they're trans. And if we don't, we're stupid. That's basically what these influencers are now saying. And never mind their attitude and their response and their lack of compassion, their lack of respect, never mind that. They're allowed to come at you with all sorts of calling you out of your name, all sorts of insults to people who are just trying to do their job. We saw in my previous video of this influencer going around to different restaurants harassing the waitstaff because they dare to use the word sir, which was literally automatically coming out of their mouth based on what they see. You know, you see, and your brain commutes that information and your mouth speaks. Apparently, you know, that is highly offensive. And even when they had no problem saying, you know, she or whatever, or ma'am, they had no problem saying that. Even when they made an honest mistake, so to speak, they were still snitched on, they were still harassed, and they were still accused of being a bigot. So what I'm doing this video because I want people to understand that if you want people to get on board with your cause, if you want people to get on board with what you're trying to do, you're going to have to be more patient and understanding, and don't be so rude. Otherwise, you're not going to win people over. Stop harassing people who have no part of this game that we're playing. People who couldn't care less. You want to be called whatever, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Isaac Newton, they'll call you that. They don't care. They're just trying to do their jobs. But even they are getting harassed. Even they are being picked on and bullied, quite frankly. So this video went viral of this person, this trans influencer, going into a pizza place and just going off on the person behind the counter who's just trying to do their job, simply for so-called misgendering. They asked the guy, do I look like a girl? Talk about walking into a trap. The guy's supposed to ignore your voice. The guy's supposed to ignore your height and all your other features. But because your hair is long and you're dressed a certain way, he's supposed to say yes when asked if you look like a girl.
Do I look like a girl?
I do not understand.
You don't? Do I look like a boy or a girl?
I am?
Me.
I think you're a boy.
No, I'm a girl.
Okay.
Okay. Can you
Okay, so first of all, this person is wondering, the person behind the counter is wondering if this is a trick question, like, have I entered the Twilight Zone here? Like, what is going on? And clearly, this person is male. Apparently, people don't like me saying biological male, so I'm gonna switch it up a bit. This person is male, and you want this man, likewise, who's also a male, to say that you look like a girl. I don't know how long he's been in America for, but this person clearly is not playing these games. Okay? He's not playing these games. He's just trying to do his job. So he said, yeah, you look like a boy. And listen to the response of this individual.
look like?
Sorry.
No. Just ugly.
Okay.
You wanna help me out with this nice pizza? Here, you could actually have my pizza. Do you like those?
Yes.
He's so mean I'm not eating his pizza, so you should have it.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck him. You enjoy your pizza.
Thank you.
Bye. Look at him, he's so mean. Do I look like a boy or girl? He's telling me I'm a man. Come on.
No.
It doesn't take
I'm
rocket
okay.
science.
I'm a man.
He thinks it's funny. Right? It doesn't take rocket science to figure it out.
No.
Thank you. Enjoy your pizza. Bye. Bye. I'm just telling you, you have to be more respectful.
Yeah, you are welcome.
You're not embarrassed.
No, love. You should be the one who is embarrassed. You're talking about being respectful. This person has gone into someone's place of work and started some mess. For what? You could very well be somebody who likes to dress flamboyantly. There are plenty of gay men, for example, who dress in a feminine fashion. And you've gone into somebody's place of work and essentially harassed and bullied them. But yet you're saying that he's mean or whatever. What's stopping him from accusing you of racism? Going into his place of work and insulting him, saying he looks mean. You can accuse him of all sorts and he can accuse you. See how that works? You've gone into somebody's place of work and insulted a person of colour. And again, the absolute audacity of people like this. You can throw all the insults you want because you're the victim, right? You're the victim. So you can be as insulting as you want to be, but then turn around and demand respect. Respect is earned. You've gone in there, you have not been polite, you have been insufferable, and basically hurled insults at the guy. You don't like how he views you. He's basically saying what he sees in front of him. He's not lying. He's not mistaken. You don't get a right to demand that people use certain language and see you a certain way just because you've grown your hair or wearing a wig or whatever. Sometimes when people ask you, do you want to be a boy or a girl? They're actually asking a genuine question when they ask that. And this sort of attitude, this sort of behavior is not doing your community any favors. You want people to be compassionate and respectful and tolerant of you and what you want to achieve. Then you've got to do the same. I'm sorry. You've got to do the same. Not going into people's workplaces and harassing people of color. That's not going to win any points.
To be ignorant and rude.
I am not good English.
I don't buy that for a minute. I think you speak English just fine, my love. Because you understood every other sentence we had.
Great.
Okay, bye. Educate yourself.
You know, on the pizza.
What?
You know,
I would never eat your pizza. In a million years, you're so rude. How are you going to tell me I'm a man? In a purse, and long hair, and nails. You can't figure that out for yourself?
You see how insulting some of these people are towards women? That's all it takes to be a woman, huh? Lip injections, wigs, nails. That's all it takes. That's why we have people like Neil deGrasse, I will never let this go, saying that you can literally choose the percentage of womanhood by items such as nails and lashes and how long your hair is and what color you're wearing. You can literally choose the percentage of womanhood based on all these external factors. So women who have short hair, who are tomboys, who, don't wear makeup, are they less of a woman? This person needs to be called out. This person shouldn't be allowed to get away with bullying and harassing people. People who are probably on minimum wage, who don't have the luxury of giving their pizza away because they were misgendered. Just because you've grown your hair or got a wig doesn't mean you're entitled to police people's language. There probably isn't even a word for trans in his language. Guarantee you.
Fucking asking, well, what are your pronouns? What do you think my fucking pronouns are? Take a guess. Take a guess. Well, what were the pronouns of the guy in the pizza shop?
So asking somebody what their pronouns are is now offensive, according to this person. That very well could have just been an innocent question because he didn't want to offend and he realized that clearly you are offended. But now that question has been taken in itself as an insult. And have you noticed that this person forgot their feminine side when they were offended? The masculine side had no problem coming out from one male to another. You squared up to the guy. You just sat there and smiled. You squared up to the guy and you were the aggressor. Notice how that works? When you want to bully people into going along with your ideology, your masculine side all of a sudden is right at the forefront. Where's the femininity? I didn't see any femininity there. And when women act like that, I say the same thing. They're not acting feminine either. But guess what? They're still women. Whereas you came across as mean-spirited, entitled, and aggressive.
Just because I had a bit of a jarring experience here. I went into the bank. I was trying to change my name on my account, which apparently I can't do because my ex and I still have a joint account. So my ex needs to be present so I can change my name and it reflects on both accounts. Regardless of that, the girl who was doing it had a question, and she calls her coworker over like, well, he's trying to change his name on his account, and I'm like, she kind of like looks at me a little bit and is like, oh, I'm sorry, and just like right.
Again, these are people trying to do their jobs. We have a cost of living crisis. People don't need others to come along and cause trouble at their workplaces, snitching on them, putting them on video, to the point where these people may risk losing their jobs. They don't have the luxury of earning on social media like many of these people do.
It off, but like, I'm just like, you read both names. Like, she had both my IDs and my legal name change paperwork in front of her. So, you know what my name's going to. Number 2, I look and sound like this. I know I'm 6 feet tall, but girl, come on. I'm wearing a dress. I am wearing a dress. I am wearing makeup. I'm wearing eyeliner and eyeshadow and everything.
Because that's all it takes to be a woman. That's all it takes to be seen as a woman.
Like, what do I have to do?
Why at people's places of work? Why? Sounds like you're going into these places to sabotage people, to get people into trouble. You're calling this person out online as if they did something so egregious, other than use the pronoun that matched what they saw in front of them. And again, you're going after the people who probably don't have a problem saying she, her. Seriously, it's one thing you go after someone, like myself, who doesn't play the game. That's one thing. But you're going after people who are willing to use the pronouns that you want them to use. So if that's the case, how do you expect to win people over? The very people who have no problem saying she, her. No, they have no problem saying it. It slipped out because, I'm sorry, no amount of eyeliner, no amount of pink hair is going to make people see you as a woman. Or you explain to them, this is how I view myself, this is what I'm transitioning to, and they decide that they're going to honor that. That's it. If you want people to honor your wishes, you've got to come across as a little nicer than what you're coming across as. Otherwise, they're going to think, why bother? Why bother?
What do I have to do to, like, just get gendered correctly once while I'm out? Like, I know it's happened before, but, like, when I'm doing something, like, official like this, it's been so annoying that, like, it's just like, oh, well, he needs this, and his, and him, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, are you kidding me? You use your eyes. Use your eyes. This isn't rocket science. Like, it's very clear.
There we go again, implying that the person is stupid for using the pronouns he, him for somebody who is clearly male. And you know what this person has failed one time to understand? That woman in the bank was trying to help you. She was doing nothing but trying to help you. You walk in there trying to change the name on an account that is a joint account, but yet you're implying that she's the one who was stupid when she was doing nothing but trying to help you, but trying to get you to understand that this is how a joint account works, and this is how I can help you, and this is what you need to do in order to do what you are trying to do. That's it. In all of these cases, these people were doing nothing but serving, helping these people, and doing their jobs. Doing their jobs well, may I add. The whole world can't be preoccupied with you and your pronouns. Some of these people come across as very, very self-absorbed. The whole world revolves around them, apparently.
That, if you aren't sure, here's a tip. You aren't sure, ask. Ask what my pronouns are.
And how did that work out for the guy in the pizza store? See how that worked out? Need to make up your mind on what the rules are, because a lot of people out here are still unaware. And if you go about insulting people, that's not going to help the matter. And I just want to say, this is just reacting to the video. I have no hatred towards these people. I don't want anybody to go and harass these people. This is just commentary based on the videos that they have put out there. I'm just reacting. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, and God willing, I will see you in the next video.